Hey.
Hey, welcome to another terrific Tuesday. I am glad that you all are joining Lolita's Corner on tonight in our fifth season. I am glad five is the number of grace. So I can't wait to see all of the testimonies and all of the grace that we will share with you guys on tonight. I am always excited to join you with Lolita's Corner. I'm always willing to bring resources and topics and things that we don't always talk about. So we talk about a little bit of everything in the corner, okay?
Yes.
Life, relationships, marriage, and tonight we're going to talk about the power of journaling. The power of
Yes.
journaling. That sounds good, right? Most people
Yes.
just think journaling is writing, and it is not
It is
just
not.
writing. There's a whole lot to journaling, and tonight we want to definitely make sure that we're going to talk about it. I have my home girl, y'all. I got my girlfriend, my sister, my friend, my prayer warrior. Listen, she is doing great things with this new journal. Pull
Thank you.
yourself out.
Yeah.
And when I hear the title of that, I always think about that song, Shake Yourself Loose. I feel like pull
Mm.
yourself out. Like we need a song to that to find out what that's about. Listen, Denise Cousins, welcome to the show. You have
Thank you
definitely
for
joined
having
us
me.
before. I'm so glad to have you back.
Thank you for having me, sis. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you.
Hey, listen, since you've been on here last time, girl, you didn't wrote a journal, pull
I
your
have. I have.
you've been
And
busy.
I've been really busy, but like it's not me, it's God calling me to his people, the people that I belong to, and they belong to me. And I gotta be responsible for whatever he tell me to do. So since then, yes, I have created a journal.
Yes. So tell us, pull yourself out. I just want to know about how did you come up? That's such a powerful title to
Thank
pull
you.
yourself out. How did you even come up with that title?
Well, this is the way that title was made. When I was designing this journal, well, before I created the journal, what happened was I had a season in my life that I felt stuck. You know how
Mm,
you feel stuck sometimes? You feel out of alignment. You feel it's nothing bad going on. And your life is, it's okay. You have nothing to complain about, but you feel like you're out of alignment. And
mm,
that was a season in my life where I felt stuck. And when I felt stuck, what it did to me, it triggered an alarm. And I felt like God was being quiet, because I had questions and I couldn't, this uneasy feeling. So I ran to some paper and I just began to just journal on blank pieces of paper. And as I began to journal and try to articulate how I felt and my emotions, journaling led to self awareness, and self
mm.
awareness led to me praying. So when God allowed me to know that I'm going to create a journal, He told me to pull pages, personal pages from my journal and create this book. And I thank God because the truth is that season in my life, God didn't want to deliver me. He wanted me to pull myself out and
Mm.
use tools that I needed through journaling, self awareness, and prayer. And I got the answers that I needed.
That's awesome. Now
Thank
that's
you.
that right there.
That's
You
how
think
it
about
works.
pulling yourself out. I just feel like you purging yourself, right?
Yes,
Like you
yes.
getting out everything that you need to get out. And sometimes I think that we don't do that enough. We need to take
Yeah.
the time to really make the time to do that.
And how about this? Us as Christians, we say God has all the answers, and He does have all the answers. But
Mm,
sometimes God doesn't want to deliver you, He wants you to conquer some things. And the
come
way
on.
you conquer is sometimes He has to step back, and everything that you have learned over the years through your Christianity, you have to use those tools to pull yourself out so God can redefine himself to you.
Oh, and here's the thing. Sometimes he keeps redefining himself to you.
Come
So
on,
what he
don't he
is
do
in one
it?
season, he may not be the same in the next season. So you got to
Yes,
know which
yes,
season that he's doing. You know what I found in your journal. I had an
I'm with
opportunity
it.
to do the journal. You know, I waited to the interview to talk about the journal.
Okay.
One of the things that I always like to say is that we have to look at ourselves.
Mm,
Listen, some of those things in that journal made you go, what? I was like,
yes.
wait a minute, I might can't go to the next page. I need to stay right here because it was some things that you don't realize. You
Yes.
get to writing it out and you look up and you like
Mm,
6 and 7 and 8 pages, right?
yeah,
And then
yeah,
when you go back and read what you wrote,
yeah,
you like, what?
yes,
You
yeah.
know how to, you know,
Thank you.
man, it was phenomenal. Listen, I'm telling anybody, get your copy, okay?
Thank you
Make
so
sure you
much.
get your copy, invest in yourself, and you're definitely gonna get a return
Thank
on your
you.
investment for your soul from the
Yes.
inside out. So listen, you and I was chit-chatting and we were talking about journaling, and you
Hmm.
said something so profound. You said journaling allows you to set an atmosphere.
Yes.
Mm,
It's
what
a
do you mean by that?
Okay, so when I said set an atmosphere, what I mean is there's no judgment,
Mm,
right? It's a place where you can be vulnerable. It's a place where you can just be you, and you can take off the mask, you can take off your cape, and you can just sit there and be personal with God. Journaling, well, one of the benefits in journaling that helped me was self discovery,
mm,
and for me to connect with myself and self awareness, because a lot of people think they're self aware and they're not.
they're not.
They're not self aware of the things they keep saying over and over again. They're not self aware that every time they talk, they find a way to say something negative,
Mm,
or they're not self aware that everything that they do is operated through fear or their past experiences. And most people talk and articulate themselves through the places where they either were defeated or they had victory.
wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So if I was victorious in certain place in my life or confident, then the way I talk may be more positive than the way you talk. But then
Right.
if you had more places in your life where you were defeated, or you felt like you were a product of your story and it
Mm,
wasn't a good story, then you might talk nicely, but then you might go around and then begin to talk negative.
that's powerful. You know,
Yeah.
you said something real good. Journaling allows you to be vulnerable.
Yes.
I think we miss a lot of times being vulnerable because we don't, believe we supposed to be in this facade, right? You said
Mhm.
unmasking yourself is what you said.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
real good
And we don't
because you
trust
can be,
nobody.
don't trust nobody.
Mhm.
Everybody is suspect.
Yeah. You gotta be
Everybody,
honest.
yeah, everybody is suspect. What's their intentions? What's their
Mhm.
purpose? Why they're around? And you need to be take the time to be vulnerable. And journaling
Yes.
definitely can do that. You know, when I started the journal, I laughed because I realized that I had multiple journals.
Mm.
And I had began to go back and look at some of those journals. And it's some things in those journals that I wrote. It was some things that had manifested.
Yep.
So it took me into a place of gratefulness,
Yes.
worship. It was
Yes.
some things where I seen where I was mature,
Yes.
immature, and now
Yes.
I'm
There you
mature.
go.
You
Yes.
know, I snapped off in one journal, but my response in another journal was in a whole
Yes.
nother place in a whole nother season. And I think a
Yes.
lot of times we miss that because we don't want to sit down and write. We take it journaling as a chore, and it's
Yeah.
not a chore.
It's not, and it's a key to that. You have to find out your why.
That part.
And when you find out your why, because a lot of people are intimidated by journaling. Like, I don't want to write. I don't want to do this. Oh, I'm not used to that. And it's like you don't need to be intimidated by writing. What you have to do is find out your why. What is your why? Is your why um I need to vent, right? Or is your why um I'm on a road to self discovery. I just know I need to be in a better place. Is your why mental health? You know, is your why I just need to take everything out of my subconscious and put it on paper. You know,
Mm,
sometimes the questions that we have, the ideas that we have, the thoughts that we have, it sometimes become too much, and you
mm,
have to sometimes take that actually out of your head and put it on paper. And it's a form of release. So when you
yeah,
find out your why, that why will always drive you right back to the journal, you know.
that's good. And
Yeah.
it allows, like you say, it release, and it allows you to release your thoughts and your
Yes.
emotions and your frustrations and your irritability and all of that stuff, right? And it's not just for your spiritual, it's for your natural,
Yes.
right? Because sometimes you can't be spirit, you struggle with spirituality
Yes.
because your natural self is struggling. You need to be natural and say,
Yeah.
I'm frustrated. That
And
don't
let me
mean you don't love the Lord.
yeah, that's true. But let me piggyback off what you said. You said natural. You kept saying natural. Scientifically, it is proven when you journal, it it lowers your high blood pressure.
Mm,
When you journal, it helps you get better sleep. Scientifically, you
mm,
can Google this. So people's blood pressure has been lowered. People's sleep has been um, fixed in some ways, you know, because you're getting the stuff that's in your mind out. You know, our mind don't stop. You know, let me just say this. We can go to sleep, but our spirit keep going. Our spirit is
yes,
still woke. It's been the time I've been in the bed and I'm still thinking about the stuff that I have to do for tomorrow in the bed, and I couldn't even sleep, or my problems, or you know. So sometimes when you journal, it gets the very thing out your subconscious, puts it down so you have no worry. Then you can go back and remember and come back to it. So it helps
that's
and improves your memory.
it does. It does. And like you said, we don't think about the health benefits of it, right?
Yes.
Because I know for women, because I'm a woman, like I can't speak for men,
Yeah.
we think we're supposed to carry the weight of the world.
Mhm.
We covering mama, daddy, husband, kids,
Mhm.
life, ministry,
Yes.
friends,
Yes.
relationships. We think we supposed to be Wonder Woman and Superman. We are not a Marvel character, honey. We are a human
Absolutely.
being who needs to release, okay?
Yes. Yes. You can say that again. I never heard of it as Marvel character, but yes,
Yes,
absolutely.
we
You're
are
right.
not a superhero, honey. You wasn't designed as a superhero. You was designed in
Mm,
his image, honey, and he wasn't no superhero. He came
you
in the
better say
flesh.
that.
But that's a whole nother subject.
You better say that.
And it's needed. And I tell people, I made a post and sharing that we were coming on about writing a vision and make it plain. I
Yes.
believe that all business owners and entrepreneurs should journal. How are you
Yes.
getting your thoughts out about a bad day?
Yes.
You're not perfect. You had a tough day. It was tough today. The people
Hmm.
got on my nerve. The customers didn't come in. I didn't have as many sales as I wanted to have.
Yes.
Journal all of that down. Get that out because it
Yeah.
helps you to go to the next day so that you can keep going.
Absolutely. That's a good point. And it actually does. It helps you categorize things. It helps you bring things to remembrance. It helps you put things in order. You know, you can journal a lot of things. You can journal gratitude, what you're thankful about.
Come
You
on.
can journal how you feel, or even things like an open end sentence such as like I want to be in 5 years, I see myself.
Mm. So
You know,
journalism goes.
yeah, journalism goals. Uh, some people use their journal for secrets because they can't tell anybody, and that's their box. That's their safety box. You
Mm.
know, the people they need to forgive, the people that they want to forgive them. So this is not just a regular journal, you all. This is a interactive journal. And what's different about my journal is that it has 4 chapters. So everything that Miss Lolita has talked about, you can do in my journal, but it's an interactive journal and it's a journal that helps you through 4 things. After the 4 chapters, you begin to journal on your own. And I can talk about that when she tell me to
Listen, let's
talk
talk about
about
it
the
because
chapters.
we need them to get. Listen, this journal had me messed up, y'all. I'm a
Mm.
tough.
You're
I'm
not the
tough
only
on
person that
the out.
told me that.
Listen, I'm a tough on the outside, but in my private time, in my journaling space, in my Lolita's corner,
Yeah.
right?
Come on,
You
Lolita's
know,
corner.
come on, you get in your corner, you get in your space, and I make intentional time. I'm a
Yeah.
big old crybaby.
I cried when I was
I
journaling it.
be listen, being in toe up. Talking about, oh, right. I was toe up before this call. I'm telling you about some things, but it's a good thing. It's needed,
Yeah.
right? And when you mentioned the vulnerability, it's definitely needed because in this time we are seeing a lot. People are
Yes.
faced with a lot. You can
Yeah.
journal about your grief,
Yes.
right? My father
Mhm.
passed, and that's how I got through. A lot of
Yes.
people ask me, "You walking around and you have lost your father?" I journaled. I was mad, I was angry, I was upset,
Come
I was
on.
feeling, and I got it out, but I didn't stay in that place. That may
Yeah.
not work for everybody. I'm not saying that you need to
Yes.
journal and do your grief and then keep moving. It doesn't
Yes.
work like that. But
Yes.
hey, it's definitely needed, you know.
Yes.
So listen, dive in a bit. Let's talk a bit about the journal,
Mhm.
because we need them to purchase this journal so they can
Yes.
pull themselves out. They can be
Yes.
set free. They can relieve some stress. They can move
Yes.
to the next level in some things.
That's the goal. That's the goal. So, my interactive journal has 4 chapters in it, and the journal helps you to conquer some things. So,
Mm,
what I wanted to do is just share the 4 chapters that,
okay.
very briefly. The
Very
four,
brief because we need them
yes,
to buy that journal.
absolutely. Absolutely. So, the 4 chapters in my journal are breaking cycles of hopelessness,
Ooh, say it again. Breaking
break,
cycle.
breaking cycles of hopelessness. Chapter 2 is forgiveness and forgiving yourself. Chapter 3 is was it all for nothing?
Mm,
Meaning everything that I went through, what was it for? Was it all for nothing?
mm,
And chapter 4, purpose. And one of my chapters, I say, in chapter 3, was it all for nothing? Give yourself permission to question, give yourself permission to doubt, give yourself permission to be angry, and give yourself permission to feel. God is not intimidated by your humanity. When you
mm.
process, it allows you to feel, create opportunities for God to meet you right where you are.
That's powerful. Give yourself permission
Yes.
to be human.
Yes. Give yourself permission because a lot of times people say, don't question God. How will you get answers?
Mm,
How will you get answers? So you have to question God because God is not intimidated by your doubt. He's
yes,
not intimidated by anything. He knows what's going on in your heart. He actually know that your anger wants a response. Your anger wants it wants refuge. It wants help. And
yes.
that's how God meets you right where you are. So in my
Wow.
interactive journal, after each chapter, the tools that I use are journal, reflect what you've journaled, self awareness, look at what you've journaled and write down what you're self-aware about. Write down how you was talking. Are you dealing with fear? Are you dealing with
Right.
doubt? Are you dealing with anger? And then after your self awareness page, you pray. You find the scriptures and you pray. So it's journal, self awareness, and prayer. When you get through and you learn this pattern, at the end of the chapters, when you begin your own journaling, you'll
Mm-hmm.
use the same pattern and you should see growth between then and now to help you pull yourself out.
That's good. That's
Yeah,
good. That's
yeah,
real good. And that gives those tips that you need for journaling, because sometimes I think that we make journaling hard, like we said,
it's not.
what we said before. So listen, you doing journaling, you have this little branding going on that you are lifestyleologist.
Yes.
What is this lifestyleologist about?
Well, I cater to the persons or my customers or my clients, inner beauty and outer beauty. You're not beautiful on the outside until you're beautiful on the inside.
Say it again. You are not beautiful. That's good,
You're
girl. We
not
need to
beautiful
tweet that. What is it again? You not beautiful.
on the outside until you're beautiful on the inside. So I cater to my customers through styling them. I cater to them through inner healing through this journal, and I design jewelry.
Yes, we do. I didn't wear any famous
But I
charity.
got, but I got on some.
I see it. Come on now. And you
I
know I'm
got
gonna
on some.
talk about them after the show
Yeah,
now.
I got on some. I
Stay
designed
on
them.
afterwards. We need to discuss that thing. Right. We need to discuss those
Yes.
earrings. I don't think I own those. But that's good
You gonna get a pair. I got you.
because that's so good, because a lot of times we I think that as a society we have gotten so stuck in outer beauty, right? We need
Yeah.
all of the eyelashes, all of the drawn on eyebrows.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, that stuff should accent your beauty.
Yeah.
I believe in it. That's why I'm rocking a purple lip, right?
Yeah.
I believe in the
Absolutely.
purple and the blue. I go to Tiffany Alex Pro to get my
Yes.
vegan lip,
Yes.
get my vegan lip.
Yes.
So, but I think sometimes we get so stuck in that, right? We have to
Yes.
have our hair right and our nails right and our
Mhm.
eyebrows and eyelashes and the latest shoes and the
Hmm.
red bottoms and all of these designer things, and we so hurt on the inside.
So messed up. A
We messed
project.
up
We
a
are
whole
such a
project,
project.
a
Okay.
project, a project, right? We dealing with all kinds of bitterness and
Yes.
unforgiveness and just angry, mad about things that our parents did and just
Yes.
all of those things, and writing it out and journaling it is definitely a way to get it out. And I'll tell you something, like you
Hmm.
say, out of your journaling came your book.
Yes.
So it's
It
some
did.
authors out there who need
Yes.
to journal, because
Yes.
when you let it all out,
It
you
could
might
birth
have a
something.
New York Times best-selling
Selling. Yes.
book.
Yes. Absolutely.
Come on,
Absolutely.
it
And
could
that's
be
the way
your
it works. God
yeah.
always births something out of your process.
That's good. That's
He
good.
he birthed something out
Yeah.
of your process. So, when I was journaling, I had no idea that he was going to birth this interactive journal out of this. And my whole goal for my customers is to teach them how to forgive their story.
Mm,
They have to forgive their story
that's
and not
good.
live in regret. So through
That
journaling,
part.
you
That part.
know, I taught myself how to not deal with regret because most of us that are chosen, we go through a lot.
That's true.
Those that are chosen, we go through a lot. And they don't talk about the strong person who has to put a smile on their face, but they're
Mhm.
dealing with questions and regret. And they just need answers. They need to know what is the why. But when God told me to forgive my story,
Mm,
he said, forgive
mm.
my story. And you teach people how to forgive their story because it's the process that brings out the fruit.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. The process. That's it.
Mhm.
And in that process, you're growing stronger. It's like a tree, right?
Yes.
A fruit tree
Yeah.
starts and the roots are grown, right? It
Yeah.
has to be watered, it has to be pruned, it has to
Yes.
go through a process in
That
order for
part.
you to get that apple, that orange, that
Yes.
mango. It's a process. And sometimes we like to avoid the process,
You can't.
or Or and here's the thing, we definitely can't do it because guess what? We
Hmm.
try to control God in that process.
Mm-mm. You can't
And
do
we
that.
can't control him in that process.
That's like
You can't
chasing.
control
That's
him,
like
period.
chasing
But
after the wind. How do you do that? How
as they say, I'm sleep. Yeah, you definitely
you gonna
you
do that?
can't. You can't chase the wind at
Mm-mm, you
all.
can't.
So
You
you
can't.
just setting yourself up if you
Mm,
even dealing with that. It's just null and void. So listen, they can order the book. I know I have, I think they have it up on the screen where you
they
can order the
can.
book,
And
but it's not just a journal. It come with some stuff. You have
yes,
a
it
whole package
does.
deal. What's some stuff it come with?
So I love my customers. Anybody that knows me that has shopped with me
She
know
do.
that I love them. Okay. So first of all, if they want the bundle, it comes with the cup called Pour Yourself Out. Now
Now
this
you know I need a cup.
affirmation,
Do I have
I'm
my
I'm
cup?
gonna
Okay.
I'm gonna
We'll
bring
talk
that.
after
I'll
the
bring it
show.
to you tomorrow.
Stay
but
after the show. We'll talk
but
about it.
okay, look, this affirmation, pour yourself out, can mean anything. You can pour
Mm,
yourself out, whatever you're going through, whatever's holding you back, that relationship, whatever you set your goals to, you can pour yourself out of anything that's holding you up. Okay. It also comes like this. You know, I love my customers. Can you see? Can you
yes.
see it? Okay,
Right.
that's with the pen. It comes with your own pen in your book, and I will show you that.
All right.
Here you go. And this is your own personal pen called Pour Yourself Out. Let me see. My broken pen
Yes.
is in the way. Can
Yes.
you see it? Can
Yes.
you see it? Okay, so it says Pour Yourself Out. And then right here is a bookmark on the inside. And then you have some cards in here. So I can take this off. This is your Pour Yourself Out pen.
Okay.
And
So you
then here
getting
goes your
the book.
bookmark.
So it's a whole pull yourself out journal kit. So it comes in a box with your book, a
And your
pen,
bookmark that says,
bookmark.
I forgive my story. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's a whole vibe. It's a whole vibe. So every time you pick up your pen, you're doing the work. I'm pulling myself out. Every time you drink your coffee, eat your favorite ice cream, drink your tea, I am doing the work. I'm pulling myself out just because I've arrived, just because I got up this morning, just because I faced my problems and I didn't run, I'm pulling myself out.
Pull yourself out. Pull yourself out. One of my favorite sayings is pull yourself together. Now I'm gonna have to say pull yourself out.
Pull
Pull
yourself
yourself out.
out. You got
Pull
this. Pull
yourself
yourself out.
Yes, yes, it's definitely needed. Listen, it is always a pleasure to chat with you. Your energy is phenomenal. Your
Thank
story
you.
is phenomenal.
Thank
And your
you.
press to press everybody else. Y'all help me. Listen, y'all, I'm on the last chapter. Y'all, I had my book a month ago, okay? And let you know where I'm at. I was like, oh,
Give
honey,
yourself some grace. Give you some grace. Y'all, you
listen,
got
I
this.
got
You
some
got this.
grace
Give
because
you
I
some
set it
grace.
down, y'all. I said, "Woo, she pressing me here. She pulling."
Yeah, it's gonna make you
Listen,
dig.
I'm purging.
It's okay. It's okay.
You know why it's okay? Because you begin to see a better you.
Yes.
When you begin to see a better you, your
Hmm.
attitude is different, your tone is different. I've had people say,
And you
"Oh,
attract different.
come say it again."
And you attract different.
Yes, that part, right? That
That's
part.
the truth.
Yeah, you do. You attract different. People want to
Mm.
be around you. People
Yeah.
enjoy talking with you. You don't want to be the one that they like, oh my God, here she comes.
Yes.
Here he comes.
Yes.
What's really going on, right? So the
You
book
definitely
is
want.
not just for women, it is for women, men, and teens. Am I correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, come on. It's multi-generational, young and old.
Yeah.
Grandma is some stuff you need to pull out before you decide you want to go see Jesus. I said it live. I said it live.
And
Because let me tell you, some of them older people hold
say
on to
something
things, and
else,
that's how those
girl.
generational issues
Hmm.
begin to happen because your grandmama and your mama and your auntie and them.
I
Okay,
got a
I'm
60-year-old customer. I have a 6-year-old customer, and she purchased. She said, "Denise, I want to start journaling." So I just want to insert one more thing that I forgot to tell you.
come on.
With your package and with your bundle, upon the purchase, I do provide sessions just in case it gets a little hard and you just need a little push or some accountability.
Come
So
on,
on my
that part.
website, you can click sessions, purchase your sessions for $35 for 30 minutes upon your purchase of the book, and I will be your accountability partner and I will help you through those chapters.
Come on, how much better can God do it? He said,
Come
listen,
on.
I won't leave you by yourself. I'm going to
Mm-mm.
bring along somebody to help you. And if you know, like I know, it is always good to have some
Yeah.
people that can walk with you through a
Yes.
thing. Listen, I got a
I'm
tribe.
invested.
I've been fussing at my tribe because I said, listen, I ain't had no meeting. I'm calling on my tribe. Let me tell you, baby, I had a tribe member call me up out the blue today. I wasn't ready.
Mm,
She left me messed up. But we
yeah.
need that, right?
Yes.
Like, you
Yes.
good, sis? You okay? You
Your
all right?
accountability.
Let's
Yes.
talk about it. Who made you mad? Who made you angry? Give you that 10 minutes and then come back and tell you, pull yourself out.
Come on. You
Don't
have
stay
to.
there.
You have
Don't
to.
stay in that anger. Don't stay mad. Go
Come
on and
on.
forgive them. Be free with yourself.
Yes. Yes. I agree.
Definitely listen, get y'all a copy of the journal. I definitely have mine. I'm definitely intentional about walking through it. I don't want to rush. I want to get all that God
Yeah.
has for me. You can definitely find Denise on Instagram at D underscore cousin LLC.
Yes.
Find her on Facebook. Okay. She's a lifestyleologist, author Denise. Listen, you need some earrings, talk to her. She got what you need. She
Yeah.
got what you need for your soul, what you need for your beauty.
Yeah.
Make you accent yourself with wonderful jewels and adornments. And that's biblical. You know that, right? Okay. We're
Yeah.
gonna talk.
Proverbs 31. Okay. She stay up all night and don't go to sleep. That's in the Bible, baby.
Listen,
You know that's
and
what I
hey,
do.
yes, come on. That's what we definitely do. But it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much. We wish you much success with your journal. I know that people are going to be blessed. I can't wait to hear about all of the great, 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 great testimonies that will come from this. People whose lives are changed and changed for the better. You
Yes.
know, coming together to see each other pull ourselves out.
Yes.
Listen, what do you have to say to the people before we leave?
I just want to let you all know that God loves you and give yourself some grace. Don't be so hard on yourself. Find a new tool to deal with your issues and your situations. And at the
Yes.
end of the day, you're going to find out all you have to do is just forgive your story, get the answers that you need, and go to the next level.
And pull yourself out.
And pull yourself out, please.
Thank you so much for joining Lolita's Corner on tonight. I will see you guys next week. I have a phenomenal author that's coming on next week. Oh, my. Oh, taste and see. These authors are giving the tools that you need. You going out and you buying all these 30 and 40 and 50 and $60 books on
Hmm.
all this other stuff. Come on, you better support the stuff that's going to help your inner soul. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for joining Lolita's Corner. I will definitely see you next week. I got some emails on some topics. Thank you guys. Keep them coming. And do know Mr. Waddy is coming back in October. We are definitely going to do a show about relationships. Thank you so much, sis. I wish you much
Thank
success.
you so
It
much.
has been a joy, 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 as they say, a joy, joy, joy to
I
join
love
you
you
on
and I
tonight. Thank you
appreciate
so
you.
much. Thank you so much. You all
Bye.
have a good night. We'll see you next.